So beauty guru Tati Westbrook is finally back, baby. She's back to social media, back to uploading videos on YouTube. She posted a video today called A Year Later, and she announced that she's gonna get back to makeup and back to doing makeup reviews and doing what she loves, and she's looking forward to it. And she hasn't posted a video in over a year since her breaking her silence video, and she hasn't been on social media since then, except about a week ago when she came on her YouTube channel and deleted her breaking her silence video. And she addressed in this video today why she deleted it. She said she didn't want that getting brought up. She was done. She was a changed person, and she was just done with the whole situation. And she said she doesn't talk to any other beauty gurus. She just stays to herself and with her husband. So she said that she has had downward spiral, and she claims her world was just coming to a halt. She said she was getting all kinds of threats. People were trying to dox her. People were trying to hunt her down, and she thought it was best for her and her family just to take a break from social media. She said she did that so she could regroup and stand strong and come back stronger and better than ever. So she said during her time off from being on YouTube and social media, she said her and her husband had a massive lawsuit, and it all started off with Without a Crystal Ball, also known as Katie Joy. She was a YouTuber who Tati Westbrook was suing, but Without a Crystal Ball ended up telling on the person who was giving her all the information that she was telling about Tati, and she ended up ratting on Clark Swanson. And so now Tati and Clark Swanson have a $30 million lawsuit. So Clark Swanson is suing Tati and her husband, and he's accusing them of fraud and negligence for how they handled their joint company, Halo Beauty. So he also said that Tati and her husband James breached the agreements they settled on that left Swanson out of their deal. So Tati said in response to that she's never left Halo Beauty, and she says, I've always stayed active as the CEO, and she says, I'm still currently actively today going through litigation. It is overwhelming, but I'm going to keep fighting the good fight for the truth and for justice. And she said the whole lawsuit just blindsided her, and she says all because of all the expenses she's had to put for legal expenses, it's caused her to become really humble because she had to downsize her home and her lifestyle and get rid of a lot of her belongings. And she says it's humbled her and made her realize that that's not what's important, because, you know, we're just living souls, and when we leave this earth, we can't take any of these possessions with us. So she says she's realizing what's more important as she gets older and as she's going through all this, and realizing it's just not materialistic things. And she also talked about during all these hard times, it caused a lot of problems between her and her husband James. So many problems, it caused them to where they could not stand each other. Tati said she couldn't stand James. They couldn't even stand talking to each other, and James couldn't stand her. And they were in a really good place prior to all this stuff happening. So as a result of all this fighting, they ended up getting their own. Tati got her own place and James had his own place, so they were no longer living together, and they went on a break, and Tati decided to take her wedding ring off because she said it was just a constant reminder of the heartbreak she was going through. But now her and James are back together and doing better than ever. She says their communication's doing really good, and she's just so happy because she said they were so close to getting divorced. At one point, she really thought it was the end for their relationship. And she also said, since me and James are doing better, you guys are probably wondering why I'm not wearing my wedding ring. And she was not wearing her wedding ring. And she claims that when her and James were on their little break and not together, she says she took her wedding ring off, like I said earlier in the video, and she says she put it up, but she didn't know where she put it, and she ended up donating a bag of rings, and she hasn't been able to find her wedding ring since. So now she's starting to feel like she may put her wedding ring in that bag of rings that she donated. And she said, whoever has my ring, you know, you got my ring, congratulations, enjoy it. And she says she's realizing that she doesn't need a giant rock on her finger to prove her love for her husband, which is now stronger than ever. And so that's pretty crazy. I'm honestly so happy to see that Tati is back. She's like a breath of fresh air, and she's what we need in the beauty community right now. I'm ready to see some makeup reviews and some makeup tutorials, because she does makeup so good and she just really knows what she's talking about when it comes to the makeup and beauty space. So also, she said she's asking all drama channels to take it easy on her because she had a lot of anxiety and was really second guessing coming back to YouTube and even making a video, but she realized that's what she really truly loves, and she feels like she's changed a lot and she's still working on growing as time goes on. And so she said also she has a lot of anxiety, she says, because not only is she worried about the drama channels being hard on her, but she says there's also, you know, body analyst people now who analyze people's body language and talk about people's intentions and, you know, how they're feeling because of their body language. And she says she is worried about how she's positioning herself and her body language so people don't take her the wrong way. But I think as long as you have good intentions and you're being pure, you don't really have to worry about the body language analysts and all that. And I think Tati has good intentions. Like I said, I'm just so excited to see that Tati is finally back. I think Tati was kind of worried about how people were going to take the video and how if people were going to be excited that she's back. But she's currently trending on Twitter, and people are so freaking excited that Tati is finally back. And on Twitter, where she's trending, she's getting an overall positive response. And it was interesting because James Charles, even though he's supposed to be taking a social media break, what the heck's up with that? I guess you don't know what a social media break is. But even he liked Tati's tweet announcing her new video that's 1 year later that we were talking about in this video. So that was kind of surprising to see James Charles liked her tweet. I think he just liked her tweet because he liked the video because she didn't bring him up. Because he was probably super nervous she was going to drop some tea on him. But I think that's honestly what's best, is just to avoid that whole subject and avoid all the drama and just Tati do what Tati does best, makeup reviews and makeup tutorials and all that good stuff. But that's it for this video. Let me know what you think about Tati's return. Are you excited? How do you feel about it? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss it as soon as I drop another video. Thank you so much for watching.